Hey, how's it going, guys? Matt Knife Junkie 13, and I tried posting this video several times. I think about 3 times on YouTube. I don't know if it's a sign that YouTube's a fanboy as well, but the awaited review of my large Sebenza 21 Insingo. Alright, so let's get started. First off, get a piece of paper for you guys too. I'm going to start off by saying this knife is extremely well built, tight tolerances, no blade wiggle, nothing like that. Drops freely. It is smooth, silky smooth. You know, it's a nice blade, perfect centering. S35 VN, so you know it takes a wicked edge, which I put an edge on it. You know, it glides through the paper, you can barely hear it. You know, hair popping sharp. What else? You know, it's a frame lock, and it's a nice knife. But after all the time I took saving up for it and everything else, it's plain. I'm guessing that's why people call it the plain Jane version. It's almost too plain. You want something else. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just, when I got it, of course, I'm happy. It's a great knife. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm not overwhelmed with it. It's hard to explain. Like, if you have it in hand, it's different than what you expect. Everyone says how it's got the best grip. It's got a good grip, but it's not the best. Obviously, you're not going to get the best out of one knife, and this is going to give some people heart attacks. I flicked open my Sebenza that I saved up for and bought with my money. But apparently, you know, if you flick a Sebenza, you're a nut job. So, it's nice. That's that. Anyway, so the other day, I hear rattling. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? So I'm thinking, because I did the 1-all's pub method. Let's shine a little light on this situation. So I did the 1-all's pub fix, and where you burn the paracord in the lanyard tube, otherwise it'll rattle or fall out. So I'm like, oh man, did that paracord come loose? It didn't. Now, I'm going to grab a picture that I took on my phone for proof, because I know a lot of people are going to be, yeah, okay. Alright. This screw here, for this back standoff, came almost all the way out by itself. So here's the picture. See that? The screw's coming out. Here's a little better view of it. See it? Almost all the way out. Now, to me, when you get a knife from the factory, especially one of this caliber that is a mid-tech, I'm guessing, high-end production, you shouldn't have to tighten all the screws down. So, as soon as that happened, that upset me and kind of irritated me a little bit. Yes, it can happen. Yes, maybe mine is the only one, but that didn't make the situation I'm having with being underwhelmed with this knife any better. So what I did was I tightened them all down, and if you ever watch people take these apart, you'll hear kind of like a pop. It's because this hardened steel is compressing the titanium, and that's what locks it in. I'm guessing just someone in the factory had an off day and didn't tighten this all the way, so it's a little upsetting that I have to worry about now my screws coming out, because I don't want to have to Loctite this. I shouldn't have to Loctite this. It's got a nice crowned, rounded spine. Jimping is great. I love the jimping. Also, some of you know I'm a lefty, so you may be wondering why did you get the right-handed one. It's because after I broke this hand, and all the battle scars of this knuckle not being where it should be, and this knuckle being like a brass knuckle, extra big. My hands don't work like they used to, so trying to open thumb stud knives, especially ones that you don't flick all the time and all that, it's a little more difficult. I don't have the dexterity I used to in this hand. So, with that being said, it's nice, and it's a good knife, and it's well made, it's high quality, and here you can see some snail trails, kinda, let's see, I'm trying to get a good angle, you can see, well, yeah, there you go, you can see all the snail trails, so I have been carrying it, so it's not like a safe queen. I love the blade shape. I got the Insingo because I love Warncliffes. This is something I showed when I did the first video. Look how sharp this swedge is. Okay. it's sharp. It'll take some of your nail off. That's how sharp it is. It's not sharp where it's going to cut you, but it's sharp. Which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't really make a difference to me. So that kind of makes up for the piercing capability with the Warncliffe. Real deep hollow grind. And to be completely honest, this knife is a lot bigger than I expected. All the reviews say how this knife disappears in your pocket, this knife's so light, this knife's this and that and this and the other thing. It's not as small as I expected. I mean, when people talk about it, you think it's this extremely narrow, really, really thin knife that's just like featherweight, and it's not that it's heavy, but it's just not the case. It's decently thick. It's a lot wider, and I like that. I like that it's a little heavier than I expected and a little bigger. But I don't know. It's just maybe if I got one with micarta, that might do it. But even then, it's a no frills, plain design. And I know that's kind of like the draw to this knife, the appeal. But to me, I think it's overly hyped up. It's a good knife. In my opinion, I like Hinderers. I like Sebenzas. I don't have issue with them. I like Striders. I don't have an issue with any of those knives. It's just, with those knives, there's something more. There's a forward finger choil on Strider and Hinderer. On Hinderer, there's a flipper. On Strider, there's G10 and titanium. I mean, I know I could get inlays. I know I can try to get the exclusive like carbon fiber one and all that, but this was a grail knife of mine for a very long time, and I'm happy I have it. I'm glad to have it in my collection, but it didn't give me the warm and fuzzies like a lot of knives do. Like here, this knife will be coming up for review soon. The ZT 0562 CF, the M390 blade, slicer grind, carbon fiber, Hinder design. This knife gave me the warm and fuzzies. Buttery smooth, amazing action. Oop, that was a fail. Amazing action, either push button or light switch. Perfect size, really nice grip. But that's what I mean. It's plain, and I get that. I understood that going into it, but I think people hype this up too much, and I'm putting this review out there to say, if this is a knife you wanted, and this is a knife you're going to be happy with no matter what, then get it. If you were expecting the end-all be-all folder, the most comfortable, lightest weight, titanium, full tie knife, don't get it. Gentleman's folder for, say you wanted this for like when you go out to a nicer place and you want to have a nice slim knife or what. I don't know, I'm just giving you examples, but I think it's overly hyped. Excellent knife, tight tolerances, very well made, except for the fact that I had to do that screw. But it's not what I expected. I don't know, I think I hyped it up like everyone else does. So that's that. I don't want to keep hitting the same points. I just wanted to try to get my point across. It's really hard without you sitting next to me, holding the knife, me kind of like handing it back to you, and us talking about it. You know, that it's more difficult this way. But I do like how Sebenzas are sterile. There's no logos. I love that. I love how they put like just their logo on the tie and where it's made. That's cool. It's awesome. I said Sebenza right? I don't know, because I was talking about a bunch of different ones. Can't remember what I said. But that's that. You guys know all the specs. You know the weight, all that. But I don't know. I made the first video was great. I just couldn't get it to upload. I even tried cutting it in half and doing 2 parts, and it just didn't want to upload for some reason. I'm hoping this gets up there for you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, leave it in the comments section. I'll be glad to answer anything. If you're gonna be a dick and be like, "Oh, F you, man, you don't know shit. You're just some kid that, you know, bought this cause he wants to be cool," or something like that. You know that's not the case. You know that I'm an avid knife collector, and I shoot you straight. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. You may disagree. That's fine. If you disagree and you want to put it in the comments, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to delete your comment, because I want people to start talking about it more. I don't want people to get the wrong impression before they buy something, especially if they're taking it from my channel. I want you to know every aspect of it and every side. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was kind of all over the place, kind of rambling, kind of hitting the same subject matter, you know, over and over again, but I really just can't seem to figure out how to explain it to you. My buddy at work has one, and we were talking about it this morning, and he agrees. He's got the Wilson Tactical or Wilson Combat. It has like the sunburst, and he said that helps, but it's still plain. So that being said, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I was going to see if I could do an axe review today. It's extremely windy. I set my iPad, which I film with, and the tripod up, and it blew it right over, so I'm waiting for it to die down a little bit. I'll try to get out there for you guys. But that is that. This is Matt Knife Junkie 13. Real quick, here's a axe sheath I'm working on. Yeah. Alright, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all you guys. And be safe and take care. Talk to you guys soon.